We need deprogrammers. I told you MK Ultra ran wild. Is his own beast now. Nobody controlling it. Is running on his own solo. Is his own monster. It's two things you got to understand with MK Ultra. Three things really. The electroshock, which is recent crisis events, all crisis events. That's electroshock therapy, which is not really therapy, just zapping out parts of your brain, zapping out parts of your soul. Catastrophic events that go advertised, that make the news, that's what they're designed to do. You even have crisis actors who are in on it, that are selling the shock, selling the voltage to your brain to fry it out. So don't be too attached. You can be empathetic, but don't get too attached to the worldly events that are more so crisis-like. Don't become too attached. Another thing is understanding the triggers, because a handler now could be anybody. Anybody subscribed to the quote-unquote matrix or the illusory world or the system, so to speak. They're potentially handlers, because what are they going to do? Push that propaganda on you, push whatever fear mongering they have on you. That's a handler though. And there are triggers installed through these crisis events, through even crisis in your own life. They produce what is called triggers. And if you go through so many triggers, you will begin to disassociate. You will end up with DID. DID is very real. Dissociative identity disorder. You know, all it takes is really a change in fashion to really change your personality. You may not be the same person with baggy jeans versus skinny jeans. May not be the same person with a low cut and waves versus coils. You may not even be the same person. Those can be triggers. Triggers are what? Triggers go to guns, and triggers have to be what? Pulled in order to get the shot off. What I'm teaching you to do is to empty the bullets, to empty the clip, so that all potential handlers are unarmed. They can pull the trigger as much as they want, but they ain't shooting nobody if there's nothing in the gun. My teachers are here to take the bullets out the gun before the trigger is pulled. That's what these lessons are about. Last, but certainly not least, programmers, the people who write the software. This is where you got to really apply your conscious mind, and you really got to learn syncretism and synthesis, how to make a unified sense out of all of the different things that you learn and combine it to something that you can make actionable. Because if you don't do this, you can be running on autopilot by mistake, and it only takes a few hours in a day to mess your whole day up and change the whole trajectory of your destiny. All it takes is to be unconscious for a little while, just to take your hands off the wheel for a little while. If you're on the highway and you're doing 75 miles an hour, you can't really take your hands off the wheel for a second. Life is moving even faster than cars on the highway. So you definitely have to keep your hands on your will. Not just the wheel like a car, but your WILL. You got to keep your hands on that. You got to keep a grip on your willpower, because this is going to prove everything. This is going to be the difference between the fittest and the not so fit. Yeah, we're still in Darwinism. We're still in the rules of the jungle. The jungle's concrete. The jungle's technological. It's cell phones, it's laptops. It's Bluetooth pieces. It's Neuralink. It's RFID chips. But we're still in the jungle. I am a programmer, but I'm here to deprogram. I'm here to deprogram people from the traumas by giving them different understandings on life with different perspectives. to point their mind and emotions in a different direction. Yes, acknowledging the events, but interpreting it in ways that are more fulfilling to the individual experiencing it. So they don't have to feel like they're a cat locked in a box or trapped. The traps are so real, they even had to create a genre off of it, trap music, just to let you know that the idea is to trap you on some level. But you can get out of the trap, especially if you're not a sucker for the cheese.